Hey, Street Outlaws fans! Buckle up because today, we're diving deep into one of the most heart-stopping moments in the show's history, the devastating crash of Big Chief and his legendary car, the Crow. Grab a seat and hold on tight, because this is a story that'll have your heart racing faster than a drag strip. Now, close your eyes and imagine. The night sky hangs over Oklahoma City, filled with the hum of souped-up engines, the smell of burning rubber thick in the air. The kind of night where the only thing louder than the roar of engines is the adrenaline pounding in every racer's chest. Big Chief, also known as Justin Shearer, was lined up against Brian Chucky Davis for what was supposed to be just another epic race. The stakes were high, but these guys had done it countless times before. They even joked before the race about finishing early and getting home to their families. But what no one knew is that this would be a race etched into Street Outlaws history forever. The lights turned green, the engines roared, and within seconds, Big Chief surged ahead, the Crow stretching its wings and pulling half a car-length lead. It looked like another victory was in sight. But here's the thing about street racing, there's no such thing as a sure thing. Chucky's Mustang lost traction, fishtailing wildly. But instead of backing off, he gritted his teeth, jammed the throttle, and fought to regain control. And that's when it all went wrong. In an instant, the Mustang spun out, veering right into the Crow's path. What happened next was a blur of chaos. Metal collided with metal, tires screamed against asphalt, and in the blink of an eye, Big Chief's beloved car was hurled into a hellish spin. Imagine your worst nightmare, your car lifting off the ground, flipping end over end, glass shattering, metal crunching like paper. The world outside was spinning, but inside, time seemed to stand still. And then, silence. The Crow was tumbling, flipping over and over, until it finally landed in a ditch, tangled in a chain-link fence like a scene straight out of a nightmare. Every spectator's heart was in their throat. People rushed toward the wreck, fear etched on their faces. No one knew if Big Chief was alive or dead. "Chief, Chief! Can you move?" The cries echoed through the night. Chief crawled out of the mangled wreck, his back in agony, an injury that still haunts him today. This was more than just a wreck, it was a reality check. Big Chief had always been one of the boldest, bravest racers on the streets, pushing his limits with every race. But this crash wasn't just a brush with disaster, it was a wake-up call. He later admitted that in those terrifying moments, one thought kept racing through his mind, his kids. For a split second, he truly believed he wouldn't see them again. Now, let's talk about the Crow, the car that Big Chief poured his heart and soul into. This wasn't just any car. This was his baby, the car that put him on the map in Street Outlaws. Seeing it smashed to pieces was a gut punch, not just for Chief, but for every fan watching. That wreck was the end of an era for the Crow, but it also marked the beginning of something new. What's really chilling is just how close this crash came to ending differently. If it had happened on a different road, one without professional crews on standby, we might be talking about a tragedy, not a survival story. Big Chief's crash was a reminder of just how dangerous street racing can be, even for the best of the best. It's a high-stakes game of speed, skill, and a bit of luck, and on that night, luck was almost nowhere to be found. But what did Chief do next? Did he hang up his racing gloves? Did he call it quits after facing the nightmare every racer fears? No way. That's not who he is. After healing up, Chief came back stronger, more determined. Because for guys like him, it's not just about cars or wins. It's about facing the risk, looking fear in the eye, and saying, "I'm not done yet." He rebuilt the Crow. He got back behind the wheel. And that's what makes him a legend. Most people, after a wreck like that, would have walked away. But not Big Chief. Because racing isn't just about going fast, it's about resilience. It's about bouncing back when the road knocks you down. He knew the stakes better than anyone, but he didn't let fear keep him from doing what he loves. So, to all the street racers and thrill seekers out there, let this story be a lesson, respect the road. Remember that every time you strap in, you're flirting with danger. You might be chasing glory, but never forget, you're also staring down fate. One wrong move, and it could all be over. That's why you've got to race smart. Don't just rely on skill or speed, respect the limits. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where everything goes sideways, remember Big Chief's story. He survived because he stayed calm, trusted his instincts, and kept his head in the game. So, if you're out there on the streets, pushing your limits, be careful. Because sometimes, the street pushes back. If you like this deep dive into the world of Street Outlaws, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment with your favorite racing moments, and hit subscribe to stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes stories and jaw-dropping wrecks. Keep racing, stay safe, and remember, it's not just a race, it's a ride. See you next time.